All right. I'm gonna say hello in just a bit, but my 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 dude's not loaded. Hey, where is he? Let me see. It says loaded. It says loaded. Update available. No, no thanks. I don't want to break. I don't want to break anything. Whoa, whoa, there he is. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm SLdr Cody, and we are here on a fine Thursday evening, or at least that's what it is here in this time zone. Congratulations on first Sleepy Gills, and welcome on in. So yeah, we're gonna be doing some Bravely Second today. We're in the capture footage that I have of it from the capture card back when it actually worked. And this part of chapter 2 is the part where they went a little too nuts on the puns, and also there was some you know what? We'll worry about that when we get to it. But first, we got some weather coming up. Well, I mean, we've always got weather coming up. Let's face it. Weather is an inevitable fact. It'll happen all the time. Anytime. Right now, we are currently dealing with fallish-like temperatures. And meanwhile, there are areas on the west coast that are currently dealing with rather warm weather. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, there were some heat advisories up in a few places. Welcome to fall, where the weather cannot make up its mind whether it wants to be hot or cold. I'm just loading up the tabs right now because I did not have a chance to load them earlier. And also, I still have my stream thing set to the wrong mode. There we go. Now I can see everything. So let me just load up the severe weather map. Oh, no organized severe thunderstorms forecast. Ah, yes, I see. I guess we won't have too much to talk about down in the US side in terms of thunderstorms. And we're in that weird between season where snowstorms haven't really started kicking in yet, unless you happen to be in like certain areas of Alaska. Actually, even that thin little strip of snowstorm may have concluded. Let me just pull up the alerts map. So we got the convective outlook, which doesn't have much going on. We've got the wow, that has developed. I see. Wow. Okay. We got some updates going on there. Well, I'll bring you guys over to that screen in just a bit. I'm just getting the rest of the tabs prepared here. I'm gonna zoom right out here so I can see all the lightning and hope that this interface is not broken. Okay, cool, it isn't broken. And hopefully it's actually showing the radar. Good, 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 good. Okay, with that, we are ready to talk weather. I'm gonna get us over to that screen right now. So first of all, looking on the Canada side, because I monitor the Prairie region, which is these three provinces here. I'm always watching. Always watching. And speaking of that, I do have some stream-related things to make mention of before we dive right into the weather. First of all, you will notice that the redeems have not really changed at all. From what you can see, I've actually been messing around with the commands a bit, and I know I updated one of them with some RNG, and I added a few new things called, which I'm going to call secret triggers. They're going to be like words that trigger a particular event. So certain words, I've only got 3 enabled right now, but I'm working on more, could trigger certain events. I'm not going to mention what they are since they're secret, but they're there, and we may run into them when you don't expect it. And even if you trigger it, you may not even know which word triggered it. So yeah, we got that kind of fun coming in, and I'm hoping to like stack up on that so that we can have a lot of these fun events. Now, in the event that you do figure out a word, I do believe I did put a bit of a cooldown on it, so it can't be spammed all the time. As amusing as that would be. So yeah, we've got that going. I'm having a lot of fun with the bot swap over stuff. Like right now, I'm messing around with Firebot command, or earlier I was messing around with the Firebot command list. I'm just having one heck of a time, especially as soon as I found the conditional statements, and I can store RNG as a variable. Lots of fun. You'll find a lot of these commands in the command list down there, but there's also Firebot itself has a URL that goes to the list of commands as well, which I may wind up resorting to that more as the list becomes really long. Because let's face it, a lot of us, we don't want to spend like 20 minutes reading through a really long list of how many commands do I have now? A lot. I'm not gonna bother counting that. A lot. There's a lot of commands. I'm planning on adding a few more. I also want to add a few more redeems. You can see that the little experiment redeem is still there, the little beta one. Those could disappear or disappear without notice as I mess around with... Well, I'm messing around with RNG right now, but as I mess around with the different abilities that Firebot has, they're little experiments, and I want to see how they perform. And then we've got our regular redemptions that you can see there. We've got our excellent, we got our uh-oh skidoo. Uh-oh skidoo is a staple to this channel. It is you won't find it anywhere else. Sploosh and Kaboom, I think any of you who have played Wind Waker will recognize those ones. Thunder, that's also pretty much a staple of this channel. I don't think there's very many places that will have Thunder that doesn't play stock Thunder sound effects. So yeah, that one's pretty fun. You can see there's some Grista elements in there. Yeah, she's hiding somewhere. And who knows when she could be unleashed. But yeah, welcome on in, everyone. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It's Thursday. We are most of the way through the week. We've got... Well, I mean, the weekend starts in... I guess less than 24 hours if you're around my time zone and you're going through the typical Monday to Friday. But I mean, with the whole part-time thing and with people having different periods of work, who knows when your weekend is? Sometimes you never know. And sometimes your weekends are just... Hold on a moment. I have to reward... I have to reward somebody here. Alright, I heard something happen, and... Don't mind my distractions here. This is what happens with multiple monitors. All right. Now, let's go to the weather without further delay. So, we're going to take a look at the alert saying this is... Oh, snowfall and risk of freeze and rain. Ah, yes. Well, that's starting up in the Arctic, I see. We got a bit of snowfall, freeze and rain. Ah, yes, it begins for the Arctic. We've also got a fog advisory going on in the northern Victoria Island area. What's going on over here, you say? It's also a special weather statement. Widespread frost. Oh. Okay. So this is a special circumstance for frost. This is like, there's going to be frost. It's going to be potentially really bad frost. And it's also the first frost. Normally, as Environment Canada explains in the second or in the third paragraph here, normally frost advisories are not issued after September 30th because growing season is over by then. However, because this is the first frost, and perhaps there are some farmers out there playing the gambling game by not harvesting by the end of September, like you probably should, they're giving people heads up. So this is actually a frost advisory, but it's like an off-season frost advisory, like when they're not normally issued. Over here, we got special weather statement. This is that frontal system that was given wind to a lot of the prairie regions earlier. There is only one prairie region. Let me clarify, one prairie region. Rainfall. And heavy rainfall. Oh. Oh. Okay. You can tell that I've got something going on another monitor, and I'm like, what? Now, let's get going through the rest of these statements. So, what? Really? An isolated severe thunderstorm. Nickel-sized hail, very strong wind gusts, heavy rain. I want to take a look over here. I really hope does the radar coverage reach up there? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. We're gonna be checking that out when I get to that tab, you guys. All right. There's an obnoxious high pressure system right now, which is probably the reason why you're feeling a little chilly over here in the Alberta area. Saskatchewan's currently dealing with a whole bunch of wind. This low pressure system way over here is what caused it. It just raced across. Got a bit of a thunderstorm chance going on along this troll that's extending all the way from that low. Bit of a wacky line here. It's probably going to break as I push this further. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, it ends there. Still some leftover thunderstorm probability. And then this begins to finally leave, as it should. There is warmer air in forecast for the prairie region, so get ready for one last hurrah this weekend at least. Let's go down to the US. This is an unwelcome kind of heat. This is the kind of heat that you don't like, and it is currently occurring in the central and southern California coastlines. Quite unwelcome. Meanwhile, we've got the opposite. We got some cold weather, some really cold weather. We got freeze warnings going on down here. We've got freeze watches. Quite a bit of the north and the central Great Plains region. The foothills region's also getting a bit of it. We got some frost advisories going across here. There's probably frost advisories hiding in some of these freeze warnings. Oh, it looks like the southern coastline here, despite there being former coastal flooding over here, which is probably still in effect. There is red flag warnings going on down there, so it looks like the fire chances are pretty high. I mean, the seawater on the coastline will not decrease the fire chances if you go far enough inland. Inland, wow. Wow, I sound like an AI malfunction in there. We got some tropical storm warnings going on over here. Hopefully they won't be too much of a bother, get too close to the coastline. On that note, I would like to go back. And I actually want to see if there's a... there is a tropical cyclone information statement for Philip. Northward towards Bermuda, Gulf of Maine. Nova Scotia will get windy. Okay, so some indirect impacts here. Okay, it looks like the impact's much less, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're going to keep an eye on it. It looks like the impact will be less, but the possibility's there. Also, this is a special weather statement for potentially heavy rain, too. So, some of these areas may also get upgraded to rainfall warnings. Depending on what's going on up here, we got a wind warning for 90 to 120 km/h winds, probably caused by that other strong low that was hanging out up here. Did things just shift around? Is this new? Doesn't look new. It looks like it has the same description. Well, anyways, back to U.S. weather. So we got a bit of coastal flooding going on the northern Florida coast as well. So yeah, be careful around there. I'm seeing some gale warnings over one of the Great Lakes. Careful of them boats up there. What? This updated on me too, since we previously loaded it. Sorry, nothing. There's really not that much going on. Even thunderstorm-wise down in the U.S. That isolated severe thunderstorm in Quebec, though. What the heck? I wonder if we can see it from here. I had this loaded up earlier because there was thunderstorm activity, and it turns out some of it is severe. Also, I just realized I don't have the Discord side for potential friends all loaded up here, so we're just going to load that up, and I'm just going to pop up that window. We're going to go boop and pop that up, and then I'm just going to attach it there. Make sure the event is active. Bring chat back up so I can see what's up with chat. And yeah, these storms right here. They're not really looking that severe rainfall wise right now. Little bit of possible hail there, but they're not looking as severe, which is probably why they haven't extended the severe thunderstorm warning. What's going on here? Okay, we got a little bit of rotation going on here. Let's see if it's supported. It's supported, all right. It's supported on tilt 2, and the support's really weak on the third tilt here. But so there is some rotation. It's sort of supported, but not really, so... Yeah. A little bit of activity going on down here too, but it's like right in the middle of the storm. Let me see where this is relative. Oh, yep, yep. So this rotation does have potential for something worth keeping an eye on if you're north of. That's Phalion Lake, right? I can hardly see the eye because it's beside two L's. Yeah, yeah, Phalion Lake. So if you're north of Phalion Lake, might be some really interesting weather going on there. Now, like I said, it's not fully supported, and there's a bit of rotation there, but it's not fully supported, so it could just tear itself apart. But just seeing the nature of this could produce something rather unwelcome, so just make sure you're well aware of your surroundings as the storm approaches. Even if a thunderstorm doesn't produce something like a tornado, it's still no laughing matter, especially if you're camping outside when it happens. Quite the gust winds coming up. Ooh, what's going on up here? Okay, this is a thunderstorm core by the looks of it, just going nuts. Let me just check here. Okay, we're seeing this on tilt 2 and tilt 1 as well. Lower level support, but not higher level support. Okay. This storm's still interesting. Like, it's really trying with... It really is trying. Also, holy, look at this coverage. What is with this coverage range? I mean, you know, you see winds like this, but you see them at the edge of the radar station, which you just want to check another one. And you're getting like 70, 80. Again, this is at the very edge, so not really sure how genuine it is. This bug where the text down there gets highlighted is still here. Be nice if that got fixed. You're seeing 44 and 50 over here. Sometimes you have to compare multiple stations just to make sure. Alright, well, we know what's up there, and that was what I was really curious about. I was going to check here quickly. Oh, we got some shear going on over there. Interesting. It might be rangeful. It might be folding on itself. Just looking at this nature right here. Let's get some ads. Oh. Okay, it's more broad on the fourth layer, but okay. Winds might be pretty interesting over there. This is not really necessarily rotation. This is just winds changing pretty quickly in front of a storm. But yeah. So things are, there's definitely some action going on here. That's good to see. Now, without further ado, we are going to get into Bravely Second, you guys. Let me just switch the title over to Bravely Second. Bravely? No, not Bravely Default 2. Sorry, I was relatively okay with that game, but it just wasn't as strong as the first two Bravely, the first two Bravely games. They didn't try as hard to like link everything. They still broke the heck out of the fourth wall. It's like, you know, by now it's like a tradition in the Bravely series to just destroy that fourth wall. Just annihilate it. Okay, I'm going to get this loaded up here. We're going to open. We're going to Bravely Second Part 4. We're going to... swap over to it, and my dude, me, and you guys are going to take a look. So, we last left off in some sort of underground cavern slash hot spring slash something. And we're trying to, well, you seems pretty panicked about some princess going for, this sword called the Sword of the Brave. I'm getting the impression that we're about to see some lore on you. Now, I mentioned earlier that this dungeon has a room that's the best grinding spot in the entire game. Or is it second best for grinding? Sorry about the brief delays. I'm just eating. Every room has different effects on everyone. Enemy, ally, everyone. This one lowers your physical attack and magical defense and raises your magic attack and physical defense. So it just like basically, if you're playing through this for the first time, it forces you to change your setup. At least for this room. Now, if these effects really annoy you, you can turn encounters off and just go to the end of the dungeon. Just keep in mind, less encounters means less experience points, less leveling up, and potentially an ill-prepared party. You can see right underneath the Geyser Grotto entrance area that the recommended level for this dungeon is level 28 to 32. If you're within that range, you should get some pretty decent experience points out of this. If you're above that range, you can still get some really good experience points out of this. By the way, those tortoises, by now you have the gun cleaver class. If you've leveled it up enough to learn the Pierce default, you can take that guy out easy. The weather report was cool as fuck. Thank you, Sleepy Gills. I like keeping everyone up to date on it. The weather does all sorts of unpredictable things, and, well, I like keeping people in the know with some of that crazy stuff the weather throws around, because it can do some serious damage if you're not ready for it. And even if you're ready for it, it can do some serious damage if it involves powerful wind gusts. So the ultimate room out of all of these is the room that starts everybody with 3 brave points. If all of your party, or at least your most powerful party member, is faster than the enemy party, you can get a whole bunch of battles in a row and add a really good multiplier to what you earn. Which means this is one of the first dungeons where you can get 999 job points with a max multiplier. Basically, you have to defeat enough enemies to hit, what is it, like 350 job points? Whatever the math adds up to. 350, 700, 1050. Okay, a little less than 350. The full multiplier is a times 3 multiplier. You may have noticed since the beginning of this playthrough that Tiz in particular is incredibly overpowered. Oh, here we go. This room gives everybody Berserk. This is a perfect time to swap your party classes in that to really high physical attack, because then you can easily steamroll the enemies. Especially if your party's faster. Did I say gun cleaver? Sorry, that's the weapon that Hawkeye uses. The Hawkeye class. Oh, yeah. Also, you saw that passive. Because it counts as receiving a status ailment, Red Mage's BP recovery thing kicks in automatically at the beginning of the fight. So that's a free brave point right there, just because of this room's effects. Welcome on in, Dantaloo. Welcome on in. I am sort of playing Bravely Second. This is footage from back when I actually had a capture card. I really wanted to actually play it again, but the capture card is incapable of actually working. Thanks for the follow, Dantaloo. Thank you very much. I'm so glad that follows are finally fixed, because for the longest time they were broken. Well, actually, not the longest time. They were broken for about almost an entire week. So yeah, welcome to Geyser Grotto. We are now in the East Room. It's a little weird. It's a little weird how they do this particular dungeon, because it sort of makes me wonder if maybe they were experimenting with on-map encounters, because you got random encounters and then you've got the forced encounters, like, yeah, or like you just saw. This entire room, that bonus to critical rate is no small bonus. It's pretty much every single hit is critical. So because we're doing New Game Plus, you're going to be seeing some 9,999 damages as a result. Obviously, I don't mean every single attack's critical, because magic runs off of a different critical. You actually need an ability to give magic a chance to critical. Although that ability probably works really well in this room. Bravely Second, out of all the Bravely series, it's probably my favorite one. Yeah, it's my favorite one. They executed it so well. And I really love the effort they put into Spot Pass and Street Pass too, where you can like send each other your overpowered attacks. So I mean, like, if you're level 10 and you're done, and you're just absolutely done with a boss, you could just call on your buddy who just dealt like 50,000 damage to a using their special in Bravely Second, and just take out the boss. Also, I think this is our first encounter with Lilith. They're just powered up succubus, nothing too crazy. I think it's first encounter. I mean, every new dungeon has its new encounters. I believe it's the next room is the one that grants 3 brave points to everyone fighting. Sort of a bit of a weird New Game Plus playthrough too, because I didn't necessarily go for 100%, but for some reason I was just like, okay, I have to get this treasure chest. I have to get this treasure chest too. There's the 9,999. So Magnolia still has triple wield. Because I found that Magnolia works absolutely amazingly with physical. Like, she's very good. Oh, bonus to BP. Okay, this is one of the best grinding rooms in the game. Especially when your party's strong enough to take all the enemies out without using all their BP or break points. And then you could just use the bring it on over and over. As you can see, the multiplier goes up every single time. Not only does the multiplier keep going up, but every enemy that you defeat also drops a certain amount, so that also gets added to what gets multiplied. So, I mean, the multiplier does not stack with what you've already earned, but you're gaining a base amount from the enemies defeated, and then the multiplier kicks in. Otherwise, it'd be absolutely insane. And then, when your party is out of brave points at the end of a fight, you just take the bonus points and run. Also, yeah, if you're really serious about grinding job points, you've got the JP up, or if you've maxed out Freelancer, you've got a powered up one too. I think by this point in the game, your party does wind up like maxing out at least one party. Or party, yes. At least one job. See, that's a new encounter. I believe this is the first time you encounter those fellas. I don't remember all of these guys by name. Or something, I don't know. Oh, I mean, their names show down there, but even with that, I'm not very good at remembering names in the first place. So yeah, you could just do this with every encounter, and you're getting a whole bunch of job points and such. Job points, experience points, Pig, which is this game's currency. Essentially, while you have brave points to spend, you can just, like, do this over and over and use auto battle to help you out. That's another thing I really like, too. The auto battle in this game is actually pretty good. You can actually create, like, action sets for auto battle so that they execute these specific attacks. Like, let's say you have a freelancer job that's not acquired yet. Nah. There's a job that is capable of using meteor later on in the game. Well, what you could do is meteor, mimic, and you know, you can put that into auto battle. Oh boy. Spending 99 MP for 4 meteors. I don't think I do too much grinding in this room. This room is just like the perfect spot if you want to max out your jobs quickly. This is the spot to do it. Just make sure you have the required speed. I don't know what the value is. Just make sure you're fast enough so that your party moves first, because the enemies also have 3 brave points. If they get to move first, and they want to use those brave points, that flash of red that you're seeing on the enemy side, that means they're intending to use it. Well, use at least 1 extra move. You don't want to be on the receiving end of enemies that have more than 1 brave point. Especially if they intend to use a move that costs multiple brave points, because those usually hit pretty hard. Oh yeah. Also, your equipment is pretty important. For instance, there is a ice fire shield. There we go, right there. Makes you immune to ice and fire damage. It's a pretty cool item. I think there's a light dark shield as well that blocks light and dark attacks. There's all sorts of nifty equipment that gives you different resistances and such. And if you really know this game well, I'm not going to say I'm one of those people. I know some about this game, but I'm not one of those people who know the game in and out. If you know what you're up against, most of the time, there's equipment somewhere in the game that is the bane of whatever you're about to face. Oh yeah, and your party is feeling brave can also kick in during this, making your streak even longer. Also, this is not the most optimized way. There's magics that can hit the entire enemy party. If you've got magic strong enough to KO the entire enemy party, which can be tricky, because some of these enemies have mixed weaknesses or opposing weaknesses. Yeah, so that was 360 brave points from all that. And remember, if you have a job points up ability or the upgraded job ups, job up ability. Yes, you can stack the two. You get even more job points. I'm not sure how much longer this goes on for. Honestly, I don't want you guys to have to watch like a whole bunch of grind in here. Oh yeah, let's not forget that that little part goes in the previous room. So, no, you don't get 3 brave points here. Okay, I'm just gonna zip through here. Okay, there we go, save point. Okay. And that's where you access the auto battle settings. At least outside of a fight. Big room. Big area. We may be running into an encounter, perhaps.
Over there!
That's Yoko.
I am the sword
That's
of
the princess.
brave mortal. Thou, who wouldst seek ultimate power, art thou prepared to pay the ultimate price?
We are.
One Chaos
With your
Emerald.
power, finally Father will accept Anisoma as his true son. And we can live together forever and ever. For such happiness, there is no price we would not pay.
So be it.
That will
Take me
be
into thy
10,000 gil,
hand,
please.
mortal.
Yoko, stop!
Or wait, this game. 10,000 pig.
My power is now thine, brave one. And in return, I shall claim that which thou holdest most dear.
What?
Deer. Deer. Whoa. Well then.
No! His arm! What have you done to Onisoma's arm?
Thou didst say any price. And so
Demon-like
I have
behavior.
claimed from the one dearest to thee that which he did hold most dear. Know this, mortal. Great power comes at great cost.
This cannot be!
No! No! No!
Piscatua! You!
The price claimed by the Sword of the Brave was the sword arm of Yoko's dear brother. This shocked her, but not me. Why? Because I had seen it happen before. I had a big brother too. A half-brother, to be precise. He was a great swordsman. I was a bookworm. We couldn't have been more different, but we were as close as brothers can be. Strong, wise, and gentle, he was the perfect leader for the 3 Cavaliers, and my hero. One day, he would inherit House Geniolja, and the very thought filled me with joy. Until that fateful day, when Father named me as his heir.
And
He asserted my brother's lineage to be inferior. The words were meaningless to me. I couldn't believe what I
lineage.
was hearing. But
Racist.
Father wasn't done speaking. He gave my brother a final demand. If you would prove yourself to me, fetch me the blade that cleaves all. bring me the sword of the brave.
I was about to say
And I
Odin's
may
sword?
yet see fit to call you son. That, or be gone from my sight forever.
Wait a minute, we played Xenoblade Chronicles
My
3
brother
before, right?
only
Oh,
nodded
I
and
haven't streamed
walked
it,
away.
but...
He intended to obey
Lucky
Father's
7!
command and
The sword that
leave our
cleaves all.
home. Nothing made sense to me. We'd always been together. How could he just leave? And so, I made up my mind. I would find this sword of the brave. Day and night, for 6 months, I scoured books of history and legend. I spoke to scholars, sages, and seers. I even sought out unsavory occultists. Finally, I was able to track down the blade. And
Wait,
so,
occultists?
I set off.
Does he mean
on my own.
werewolves?
I am the sword of the brave, mortal, the blade that cleaves all. Thou, who wouldst seek ultimate power, art thou prepared to pay the ultimate price?
Yes, I am. With your power, finally Father will accept my brother as his true heir. My brother will come home, and we can live together again, forever and ever. For that, I'd pay anything.
So be it. Take me into thy hand, mortal.
Stop! You!
Brother, why are you...
When I heard you were asking around about the Sword of the Brave, I had a bad feeling. That is no blade, you. It is a demon. Take it in hand, and there's no telling what price it will claim.
I don't
Oh,
mind. Don't you
demon.
see? I'd pay any price for you.
Such resolve, brave one. My power is now thine. In return, I shall claim that which thou holdest most dear.
Brother!
Gee,
Brother!
rough.
And with that, the sword of the brave vanished into the mists. I had
Now we
accomplished
know
nothing
some of Yu's
save to hurt the
backstory.
one person I loved more than anyone in this world. Far from inheriting House Genealgia, my brother's life as a knight was over. He vanished soon after, never to be seen again. The sword of the brave, that cursed blade, stole everything from us and cleaved our family asunder.
You! Can you hear me? You!
Huh? Magnolia?
Two femme parbleu! We were worried sick about you.
I knew this would happen. All of it. And still... You knew?
You knew.
I'll tell you everything. It's
Huh?
a long story,
Huh?
and a painful one. But I want you to know.
One day I will get you guys the throw-in system,
I'm sorry you...
so that you can throw stuff at me after I make some
foolishly thinking I could help my
something
brother.
like that.
Instead, I stole everything from him. So I did the one thing I could. I joined the Crystal Guard. I was named leader of the 3 Cavaliers, in what should have been my brother's place.
You...
I should have told you all sooner. But I was too much of a coward to face my past. And now, Yoko has suffered the same fate.
Oh, you...
Oh my goodness. Oh, Shivane!
Yes, you are.
Thank
a
you
naughty
for the
boy
follow.
indeed, you.
Love
would
it.
willingly put others at risk to conceal the sins of your past.
Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I hope
Yoko,
you're having an
it's
awesome
done,
day.
Saburo.
I hope all of you who have
Don't
swung
worry,
by
no.
to watch are having an
Son
awesome day.
feels no pain. After all, he was not but a phantom of our creation.
You're having an awesome day? Awesome. because I have been having a pretty good day. Today is one of the few days where I winded up off of work early. Oh, man. After how many days of going overtime?
You mortals are so
Oh.
interesting. Peering into your
Turns
hearts,
out Yoko
plucking
is,
out long-forgotten threads of guilt and pain and
very different
fear.
now.
Oh, it is such good sport.
A
Who?
yokai.
What? But no, the true fun starts from there. What is a man to do when confronted with the truth that his whole life has been a lie? Can he accept the pain, the ugliness, the sin? Will the truth change him for the better, or will it destroy him? That is what I would see.
No, that isn't a lie. The
Mickey!
chilly winds
How
that we
dare
were
you!
getting today.
You as a person, not some toy for your amusement! Did I upset you? And here I merely thought to help the boy become a man. Oh. But you isn't the only one with demons to face, is he?
Was that
You,
supposed to be a pun
who
or
let
something
your
based
poor
off of...
brother die. Has finding a new
Lord.
little brother freed you of your guilt?
What?
And you, who saw your beloved home crushed to ruins, does busting balls help you forget those who died?
Yes.
This monster! How can you say such things? But you,
Anyways,
yes, you are the most interesting
how
one
do you
of
stop being so
all.
childish?
So simple on the surface, but if I may touch something deeper.
Intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts. Out. Out.
Hands off her, you fiend!
Yes, exactly. What Alternate said.
Idia, are you alright?
Alternate?
I remember you. You were with the Grand Marshal. Dark Knight. Alternus Dim.
That's pretty awesome to see
You are a
Alternus here.
menace to this world. If you so much as think of hurting Idia, I will cleave you in two.
Oh, would you now? And with that hint of what you face, mortal, run off and whimper in some corner.
I will defend Idia, no matter what I face.
Haven't you some nerve? Very well. Let us peek at what dark secrets lie behind your mask.
I wonder if she's like looking at like clips
Aren't
of
you
each of
full
them.
surprises?
What's so funny, fiend?
Yours has been a life of many troubles. Most interesting indeed. Yes, I will be watching you. All of you.
Oh,
with
I have the
great
perfect
interest.
sound clip for this.
You
If I
have
can
amused
find
us
it.
today. We would return the favor. This Kaiser that you seek, do you not wonder what his true aim is? Travel to the
Yeah, I had the
Temple of
volume set
Fire,
badly, but
and all
that's
will
fixed now.
become clear. There is a tunnel leading there from this very cave. I
Yes.
suggest you go quickly.
Yes, Sleepy Girls. The voice acting, I absolutely love it,
She's
and I
gone?
love that so much of this
What
game
on earth?
has full
We were
voice acting.
powerless.
And Bravely
Alternate,
Default
you
did
hurt?
it too.
That wound.
Actually, all three of the
Oh, we have
Bravely
to stop
games
the
did it
bleeding.
really well.
Hold on, Alternate.
I am fine. I'm just glad I wasn't too late.
By the way, Alternate, I was wondering.
The Grand Marshal is safe. Worry not.
All
He
right.
is in no shape to fight, but his life is in no danger.
So,
Oh, thank
Alternus
you.
and the
To
Grand
hear from
Marshal
you.
were at the very beginning of this game.
Thank you, Alternate.
I had heard the rumors, but I did not think them true. You returned to us, 'tis Aurier.
Yes, thanks to Idia and my new friends here.
Isn't it amazing? No one can believe it. If only you know who could be here too.
Yes,
Which
indeed.
you know who.
There we go. All patched up and ready to go. That's an Idia special. Well,
Wait.
aren't you gonna say thank you?
Thank you.
You really saved us the lines showing up
Yeah,
when you
not
did.
not that you know who.
You'll join us to save Her Holiness, won't you?
What is it?
Forgive me, Idia. I sense great danger in that creature. I must go after her.
Don't worry. I
That creature
understand.
you speak of is
We'll go to the
almost
temple and stop
guaranteed a
the Kaiser.
yokai.
You do what you have to do.
Thank you, Idia. Be safe.
I believe there was a secret somewhere. Oh yeah, secret. It's a secret. A secret crimson spear. You know, not bad if you're proficient in spears. And all the proficiency does rely on what job you currently are. Wasn't it somewhere close to here where the level, like, 80 plus dungeon is?
So this is the Temple of Fire.
Home to the fire crystal, the source of all flames in our world. The four great crystals, fire, wind, earth, and water, bless Luxemdark and its people with their gifts.
At least now they do. It wasn't so long ago that all four were consumed by darkness. The wind stilled, the seas fouled and turned corrosive, mountains spewed endless fire, and the earth divided nations and people. So we journeyed with Agnes.
Welcome on
She
in,
was the
Sphinx.
gospel of wind back then, to free the crystals and set things right again. No wonder everyone we meet keeps calling you heroes.
Yoko said that if we came here, we'd learn the Kaiser's true goal. It might concern the crystal. Let's see before it's too late.
Oh boy. If you guys have played Bravely Default before, this is
This is
not
the
good.
Fire crystal? I can just feel the energy pouring out. It's
But Tiz will
astounding.
explain it.
Certainly is overwhelming. But I don't see any sign that the Kaiser's been here.
Yeah. It isn't wrapped in darkness or anything like that either. Everything looks just fine.
No, wait a minute. Something's definitely wrong. The crystal's light is too strong. It's out of control.
Out of control?
Ooh boy. Not good.
The crystals shine by virtue of prayer. But prayer in excess will cause a crystal to run out of control. If all four crystals run amok, our world will be linked to another, tearing open a great chasm in that world.
A great chasm?
If that's the Kaiser's goal, we have to stop it, at all costs.
But if the fire crystal has already gone berserk,
Well, come to think of it, ever since we started following the Skyhold, each of its destinations has been home to a crystal. The Temple of Earth in Eternia, Ansheim's Temple of Wind, and now the Temple of Fire.
Are we too late?
Oh boy.
But wait, something doesn't add up. Only a Vestal can commune with the crystals. And the only Vestal left is... Agnes.
Then how? Your Holiness, have you seen anything?
Secret Vestal maybe? It's a secret?
I know nothing.
Is something the matter?
I'm fine. I just feel a bit under the weather.
Wait,
Are
what's
you
the weather,
okay?
Agnes?
I just heard weather.
Perhaps the
Agnes,
test that
talk about the
Giant
weather.
State had gone bad. It had been out for a
Oh.
while, but I couldn't very well just throw it away. Did it still taste all right? Yes, it was delicious, but I should have been more careful. I'm sorry. Don't feel bad, Agnes. I'd have done the same thing. But now is not the time to worry about me.
Right. About the crystals.
Since the passing of the Vestals of Earth and Fire, and Olivia, the Vestal of Water, no new Vestals have taken their place.
Which means Your Holiness is the only person left who can commune with the crystals.
Correct. And I can assure you I've done no such thing this time. Why, the mere thought... Oh, I will not make that mistake again.
The
Oh,
mistakes
yes.
are bravely default.
Thank you. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
I think I will. I'm sorry. Even Agnes is at a loss.
I really wish they
Still,
do this with
if the
the,
Kaiser's
with,
goal
game,
is
with
truly to drive all
these
four
games more
crystals out of
often.
control,
The
there's
linking
still
of games
one
with each
he's
other.
yet to visit.
The water crystal. We need to get to Florum.
Like, I know there's games that do it because, you know, the Xenoblade Chronicles games,
You're not going
especially
anywhere.
3.
You!
Finally figured out what we're up to, huh, you? Give the kid a cookie. Too bad it's too late to stop us. The earth, wind, and fire crystals are already running wild, and the water crystals within our grasp.
So it's true. You intend to pierce the boundary between worlds.
And what if we are? You gonna stop us? Even if it means killing me?
You bet we'll stop you.
You don't sound so sure of yourself, but that's nothing new. Be as wishy-washy as you want. Doesn't change my job. I'm here to cut you down and settle the score once and for all. Let's finish this.
Well, we're back. We're facing Gem once again. Not sure if Nikolai's involved this time. I guess we'll find out. So yeah, the Hawkeye actually has some pretty neat abilities, like arguments you can add to attacks. It's one of the main perks. I really like the Astronomer class myself. Just... it gets really amazing, especially once you have the group cast ability. Easy party-wide buffs. Oh yeah, and also, spellcrafting. The spellcrafting's a lot of fun. Especially when you, especially considering you can use, like, for instance, arrow's a pretty cool one. When you add the arrow argument, which isn't here right now, it's one that you get a little later, you can select which targets to attack. And yes, it could be multiple targets. Oh wait, oh I do. Some people have arrow, okay. I guess it depends on... who's at what level with the,
What's the matter, you?
I keep forgetting whether it's called wizard or witch ability or what. I think it's called the wizard ability or something like that.
Remember our old
I just call it the
lessons?
spellcraft,
Yeah,
or
I remember.
spellcrafter.
The moment you start worrying about your foe, you're dead.
Wall's a pretty decent one to use. Most of Jan's attacks are physical attacks, so there's wall, there's your counter, there's your free extra damage. There's a secret spell that Astronomer gets really late into the game, but it is probably one of the most amazing abilities in the
But
game.
you weren't always my foe, Jan. At least tell me this. Why are you trying to break the boundary between
Unless you
worlds?
already have a ribbon.
Isn't it obvious? To end this rotten world. Then we can start over from the beginning. When the 4 crystals run amok, the world we know will die, and a new world will be born in its place.
Well, I guess Jan didn't read up on the on how history and social studies and all that works. If you don't remember the past, then you're going to repeat the same mistake because you don't have that knowledge in the first place. It's a paradox. It's something that I'm seeing happening in our society, where people are forgetting about the mistakes of the past and getting set up for it to happen again. That particular, yeah, there. The Hawkeye ability
The world
has
is not the happy
a
place
particular
you think
skill
it is.
that's
The
like a
crystal
delay
guard,
attack. It sort
all
of
the
operates
pomp
like
and
jump,
glory and banners touting
which
justice for
jump's
all.
also in this game.
They're just a facade, hiding endless tragedy and cruelty. But you refuse
Honestly,
to see
the
rot
delayed
within.
attacks are a lot of fun, especially if
Believing in
you
the greater good,
double up with an
following
attack
your
the next
orders,
turn.
Never doubting. You're a fool and a hypocrite, you. You make me sick.
Fine, I get why you're angry at me, but that's not
This
what's
voice acting is
destroying
so good.
everything.
Enough! I'm tired of talk. Come at me, you. Let's
Enough?
settle this.
I have a
And
clip
no
for that too.
half-hearted thrusts. For once in your life, fight like you mean it.
Does that take you back to like the mid early 2000s? 9,999. Don't worry about it. Magnolia is just incredibly dangerous. Support ability revival does not literally revive you.
Finally.
It's a
got
red
you to
mage,
fight for
gain
real.
brave
For you?
points
But that still
upon
won't cut it.
the hidden critical health. I think it's gain 2
Jen!
brave points.
A fall from this height.
Oh, don't worry, fall damage doesn't exist in this game.
Let's go, everyone. We have our own
Oh,
job
maybe
to
they
do.
don't know that.
The Kaiser must be stopped. Onward to Florum.
Fall damage doesn't exist, but if you jump off the wrong cliff into something that's bottomless, then there might be a kill plane down there, so be careful where you jump. You can't actually jump off ledges in this game. That is a Xenoblade Chronicles thing. That is a open world games. Most open world games. Oh yeah, when you develop the moon's shops and that, you occasionally get extra items from it. So that's also pretty cool. Hey, look, that was Krista. That was like old Krista, without the icy blue hair. Oh man. Yeah, the rebuilding the moon features actually, these passive features are really cool. I just love that this game like rewards your time in multiple ways for the same period of time. You could just like set up these timers to get this stuff done.
Let's make for Florum. Right. We have to get to the Temple of Water before the Kaiser can get his hands on the crystal.
But how? Master's leaky old dinghy's taken us about as far as it can go.
We'll have to cross open seas to reach Florum. Maybe we can ask about a more reliable vessel in Unohana.
All right, get ready, you guys. This is
Surely
yeah,
we're ships to charter.
we're gonna be approaching the pun part pretty soon.
And I was looking forward to feeling the waves on my face again. Yeah, you're the only one. You guys are no fun.
Magnolia, you're gonna get way more than waves splashing on your face if that canoe goes down.
My, is your hand bothering you, Your Majesty?
It is nothing. I have left that far in the past. The past, the future, and all that comes between. I deny it all.
The part that comes between is called the present. But yeah.
A moment of your time, Your Majesty. Jan has not returned. I would request permission to see to his whereabouts.
Your Majesty, the Blazing Wolf's not going to be happy about being treated like a pup. Besides, I believe we have more important matters to attend to.
Anna is right. Set a course for the Temple of Water.
Your Majesty, if you would at least let me...
I think I'm going to have to deny that. No offense, Your Majesty.
You return.
Angelo Oscar Vincenzo Olivier Panettone, Patissier non perel, at your service. Or something. What say you let me take a crack at cleaning up those meddlesome crumbs?
Intriguing.
Don't
But why
start.
Angelo? You would seek revenge for Amy?
Revenge? Hardly. Just because that foul-mouthed tart had a thing for me, why should I give two whisks about her? Useless to the end, that woman. Couldn't even hold a simple bridge.
Awfully talkative today, aren't we?
I don't think that's a simple bridge, but alright.
If I didn't know better, I'd say the loss of your girlfriend has really put a fly in your batter.
And don't you start it as well.
Very well. Do as you wish. But we will not wait
It
long.
begins.
Should you fail, do not bother reporting back.
Whatever you say, boss. Your Majesty. I'll be going now, then. With me, ladies.
Forever and ever, Chef!
Your
Oh,
Majesty, surely it would be wiser to send me, your loyal lieutenant, instead of these...
Oh, go take a nap, old man.
Oh,
I
jeez.
have everything under control. Or maybe you could join your sweet little pope for high tea. Don't think I haven't noticed you sneaking sweets into her cell. It'd almost be touching if it didn't make me sick.
The gall!
Honestly, though, there you go. Just stack it up. The voice acting just keeps it good, even with those puns. Meanwhile, our fellow heroes are fighting lanterns. Old-fashioned lanterns. In the middle of the grassy field. Oh, hold on. I am noticing this here. I got a bit of a volume thing going on here. I'm gonna set it to about there because I'm noticing some of the sound effects here are beginning to challenge the microphone here. I'm gonna add a marker in case I have to fix that. Anytime you get a party's feeling brave, it's basically an extra little chance for you to, I don't know, just go through a few consecutive fights and get a nice little boost to your experience points. There we go, 335 job points. Oh yeah, there we go. You get to see Hawkeye's passive ability. So yeah, increases accuracy by 100%. I suppose we could have figured this out because Amy was demonstrating that pretty well from a very long distance. Just a couple parts ago. Oh boy, Confuse Touch. Adds confusion infliction to your to the effects of your special moves. Here's the special moves menu. This is also something that they did in the first and the second of the Bravely series. I like this part quite a bit too. I mean, once you get Power Boost level 4, I don't understand why you'd go down to the previous ones. I just did it for a little bit of variety and variety in terms of damage, and also I was probably experimenting too. Oh yeah, some of these touch abilities have been known to bypass normal boss immunities too. I think at some point there was some point where I inflicted charm on a boss, I think, through the charm touch. So yeah, as you can see, there's several different several different like types of specials, and each of them are customizable. Okay, so yeah, we've got stat ailments right here. We've got resistance penalties. Which, you know, that works for bosses. Bosses usually have, like... You know what? It almost feels like to me that bosses are practically immune to them unless a resistance down is applied to them. And if you're really in a bind, recovery specials are extremely helpful. I believe one of the last cures you get is Cure KO. So I mean, as soon as you have Cure KO, well, that special's extremely handy right there. And yeah, turn modifiers. In most cases, you'd probably want to go for +4. Trying to think if there was any, trying to think if there's any bosses that actually benefit from status ailments. You know, I can't think of a circumstance where you wouldn't use +4 turns over the lower plus turns. Maybe Berserk. Maybe Berserk. Maybe if you want to inflict Berserk on an enemy, you have counters set up, but you only want to set up for 1 turn. Maybe under that circumstance, you'd use a lower turn plus. Because you just want to punish the enemy for attacking you, and then have them go back to normal. That's one of the only circumstances I can immediately think of. Alright, here we are. We're back to the hot springs. Those 2 side quests, I mean... If you don't have to do them, don't do them. Don't do them. I was like, no, get me out of this. Do them for the jobs that you get from them, and then don't do them ever again. I was just like, no, I'm not doing these again. No. Oh my goodness. Krista. Off to the hot spring we go.
Why, hello. It's so nice to see you again. Will you be staying the night?
Sakura's
Or
cool.
are you just here for a quick bath? We have rose baths today. Every bath is filled with beautiful petals and exfoliating thorns.
That sounds great, Sakura. But actually, we could really use your help.
A ship, you say? I fear I'm just a humble stewardess. You should speak with Lord Arima.
Lord Arima?
Yes, the Lord of Yunohana. If you visit the castle, he should be happy to grant you an audience.
That makes sense. Thanks. Well, let's go see if this lord has a ship for us.
Alright, well, we might have a lead on a ship. Let's see if we can get something out of it. I love that cat. That cat knows. That cat knows about levels. That cat knows about the RPG elements. Best cat in that room. Best cat in this area. Actually, I don't think any of the cats do the excessive puns. And this is probably one of the worst rooms in worst rooms in in the game.
Let's see.
Welcome, travelers.
That's a
I
normal
Professor
sentence.
Arimar the Fourth, Lord of the Baths.
And that's a normal sentence.
Your arrival in our nation has made quite the splash. I
And
hear
there we
that you
go.
fight the Empire. If you need anything at all, just say the word. I will happily pool my resources for you.
Thank you, your lordship. As a matter of fact,
A ship, you say? Why, that's as simple as soap and water.
Oh boy.
My favorite lacquered gondola is at the docks, adorned ornately with the Arimar family crest. Please, think of it as your own.
Another rowboat. Actually, we were looking for something a bit more ocean-worthy and bigger.
Row your boat
That's
gently
not
across
like
the
it
sea.
on the train. And yet, I fear it is my only vessel. If only there were some way to... But no,
What?
that's impossible.
What do you mean you
What's
only have
impossible?
one vessel?
Alas, an intractable clog. If you wish to venture into the open seas, I
Clog.
suggest you wait for a merchant vessel to call it port.
Still.
But how long is that gonna take?
What, did they dispose of a body down there and it just like clogged the
Now,
pipe
now,
or
my
something?
friends,
Like
no need to
what?
get so lathered up. Come, let us nibble on something sweet, and we shall ponder this issue together.
Oh jeez, oh no.
Something sweet?
Yeah,
I did. It just so happened
It's
that
just
my
a pipe,
confectioner
Luigi.
was recently drawn to our baths. He presented me with an offering of desserts.
Mario,
But I
where
fear
are you
they
when we
would be
need
too
you?
Sweet for my sophisticated palate. Perhaps you will find them more to your liking.
Enhance.
No, not that Mario.
Hey!
Oh,
I bet these are from that
that
traveling
Mario.
pastry chef we met back in Heartschild. What luck!
Oh,
Maybe he
that
has a boat for us,
probably
too.
an asterisk holder.
it's worth asking.
Oh, I
They're
don't
all
need
different.
piercing shot right
Let's each
now.
pick one, and then we can go look for it. I don't care much for sweets either, so I'll just have whatever's left over.
Then it's just the three of us. First come, first served. Oh, they all look so yummy. I think I'll have un petit minute. What do you think you're doing? That's the one I wanted.
Oh boy.
Settle down, you two. There's no use fighting over cake. Right, let's
No,
unclench those fists now.
no, one
you
versus
don't need to
one.
crack your knuckles.
Not this time. Nope.
I know. Why don't we let you decide who gets
What a
first
weird
dibs?
one versus one.
Good idea. I'm sure you will choose wisely. Won't you?
Oh jeez.
Why do I feel like I'm being sandbagged? You? I'm trusting you won't be swayed by any saucy wiles. Got it?
Right. Whatever you say. In that case,
And yeah, you don't need to just choose.
I knew I could
Obviously,
count
if
on
you're
you.
playing for this first time and you don't know what you're in for,
I'll take
I guess you're gonna just choose whoever.
Supreme. Man,
But
I'm
whoever you
really
choose is starting this boss fight with the ghost status.
Oh, it's like a taste of heaven.
Idiot,
Cultivating.
just don't. You're not supposed to say stuff like that because, you know, like
Perfect. Sweet, with a hint of tartness. And the
lava
mousse
strawberries.
evaporates in your mouth.
Remember,
I've never
don't eat the
tasted
lava.
anything like it.
Don't drink the lava.
Each bite is
Lava
pure
burn.
bliss. I guess it really is that good. Well, time for us to dig in too.
All right! Wait, is she okay? That's what you get for eating too fast. Whoa, Idia? Idia? Something's definitely wrong. It's like she can't even hear us. I feel like I've seen this look before. Of course, the people in Heartschild. There must be something in the cake.
Or maybe the cake is a lie.
Could it have been poisoned?
Ooh.
I don't know, but we shouldn't eat anymore. Let's throw it out. That's no way to treat my delectable delicacies. I remember you. You're the pastry chef from Heartsfest.
What did you put in the cake?
No artificial ingredients, if that's what you're implying. Just pure, unadulterated genius. My creations don't just taste magical, you see.
That word
There's
always
certain
makes me think like
effects
childish,
on the eater.
unadult.
These cakes include an extra dash of inspiration I added just for you.
Oh, the inspired
Taste
status.
and behold
Ah,
the result, my dear diners. A one-way ticket to heaven.
What's happening to me?
Idia!
oh no, her opacity is decreasing.
I'm fading out! Help me! Someone help!
What? What did you do to her? Didn't we just go over this? My cakes are so divine, anyone who tastes one is whisked straight off to heaven. Of course, in heaven you have no body, and you can't move or talk. I like to call it death by delicious.
Hey, that sounds like an art piece.
You villain! Is this what you did to all those poor people in Heartschild too?
That's right, and they savored every moment.
This doesn't make any sense. Unless you're working for...
Angelo Ovio Panettone, patissier non parel. Charmed, I'm sure. Personal confectioner to the Kaiser, and proud owner of the patissier asterisk.
There we go, an asterisk holder.
My boss was sick of you meddling in his affairs, so here I am. Ladies!
Yes, Chef!
Right on cue. Now let's hear it. My sweet saw.
To die for!
My face is...
To die for!
Oh,
And
jeez.
these losers can...
Go to heaven!
It's time for dessert! Lick their plate clean!
Oh no. Exactly.
I am Angelo Panettone, holder of the patissier asterisk. By whisk and by spatula, I create a profusion of pastries, a symphony of sweets. The women of the world swoon at the taste of my delicacies and the sight of my face.
Heavenly.
And yeah, ghost. Ghosts can only use magic. So, I mean, if you have a black mage in your party, I guess you could just choose the black mage, because they will still destroy everything. Ghost. Oh yeah, Ghost. Hey, by the way, welcome to October. Welcome to Spook Month. Halloween is actually one of my favorite festivities. Christmas is pretty good, but Halloween is one of my favorite ones. It's just a fun, grand time. Like the costumes, the spooks, the ghosts, the G-hosts.
Those will do.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Let's just have it the ad attack the party member with wall on them, and okay, bye bye, bye bye. Oh, fun fact. By this point in the game, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, you can potentially acquire the ninja asterisk, which means you could force single target attacks to target specific people. That's one of the moves that a ninja learns. And you can set them up for a counter.
Show her a little bit of kindness, and the woman is hopelessly enamored with me. Not the first time that's happened, of course. But over and over, sweetie this, darling that. I can't stand the clingy types.
He's more committed than the two ads that you had beside you.
She loved you? Huh, that's rich, coming from the kid who beat her in battle. You think I wanted to come all the way out here to play babysitter? Yet here I am, all because she couldn't take care of business. That woman continues to give me nothing but grief.
As Chris highlights his continuous denial. Yeah, we don't ever have to worry about that. You just keep your party out of critical health, and you don't have to worry about that. And keep their ailments out, of course. Alternatively, if you have an accessory that makes them immune to the death status, that also blocks this. That also blocks that. Although by now, I don't think there's very many. Like by this point in the game, I don't think there's very many ways to get
Why
that.
else would you come looking for revenge?
Revenge? Is that what you think this is about? That girl was nothing more than a tool to me. Like my
Oh sure,
spatula.
you keep your denial
If
up.
my
Yeah.
spatula broke, you bet I'd be annoyed.
I feel sorry for you. I really do. You had someone who loved you that much, and you're calling her a spatula.
You're really starting to get on my nerves. What do you know about me? What happened between Amy and I is our business. So shut up and die already!
Okay. You know, this is the game that I pulled that particular clip from. That little sound clip I pulled from this game. Oh, by the way, the ghost thing isn't, like, unremovable. It's just, I think at this time, didn't really have anything to remove the status. And also, it is just fine being able to only use magic. Also, that is dread that just got inflicted on him. That's a passive from one of the weapons. But we don't have to worry because Magnolia can deal 9,999 damage with one of the Hawkeye skills. So this is a enfeeblement-based asterisk. Also, it is a material crafting sort of system. You combine two ingredients, And you can make things like, yeah, the charm cheesecake, yes.
Oh,
I'm sure
my
Krista's
work,
somewhere
my
around there,
team
just
my pride,
thinking about
my
that.
passion. That I suffer the same fate as that woman is just icing on the bitter cake of defeat. What are you waiting for? Finish me and end this cruel
Well.
farce. But you don't want to dirty your spotless hands? To think I lost to
As long
the
as it's
likes of
not the
you?
Maiko cheesecake.
Then you leave me no choice but to do the deed myself. Heaven, here I come! What? No! Put down the cake! This ring. It's that cheap trinket I gave Amy. There's a note tied to it?
To my sweet darling. If you're reading this, I guess it means I'm pushing up daisies. I'm sorry for letting you down. I was never good enough for you. But I loved you more than anyone in the whole wide world. Growing up
That
in the
accent.
woods, all I
Wild.
ever ate
Perfect.
was roots and bark
Perfect.
and wild animals and stuff. I didn't even know what cake was until we met. But that first bite I took, holy cow! I couldn't believe anything so sweet could exist in this world. So I decided I'd be sticking with you, whether you liked it or not. If I hadn't have met you, I probably never would have seen the outside of those woods. You
Some
made my
of
world a
the best
bigger
voice
place,
acting.
darling.
Like,
Thank you. Your sweet sugar cake, Amy. P.S. You want to know what made me happiest? When I slept in on Sundays and you made me your special pancakes. I'd give anything just to taste them again. So listen, if you ever loved me, even just for a second, do me one last favor. Stop fighting. Open the pancake shop instead. Then everyone in the world can be as happy as I was.
oh man.
Sweet darling. 1,000 times I asked her. Even now, in my lowest moment
Oh
of
man.
failure, she won't knock it off. Aggravating to the end. That woman. Oh, where are you going? Next time we meet, you'll get your just desserts. I'll serve you the best pancakes you've ever had.
Oh yeah. Pancakes. Now we're
Phew,
talking.
he was one tough cookie.
You don't start.
Wait, are we forgetting something?
We never asked him how to get Idia back to normal.
Oh no, now what do we do?
We have no idea where he was headed either.
So we just have to leave her like this?
I'm getting a really strong sense she wouldn't like that very much.
Me too. We have to do something.
Well done, my noble friends. You washed the dirty scoundrel right out of our hair. It
Oh
was a
no.
streets watching from my
Oh
comfortable
no.
hiding spot, but I never saw a true display of heroism. If not for your quick action, our peaceful nation would truly be in hot water. As a token
Water.
of my eternal gratitude, I would bestow upon you a lifetime Yunohana Bathport.
A bath port?
Yes, like a passport, but with a B and a lisp. With it, you are free to make use of our baths whenever you wish.
That's very generous of you, your lordship, but we don't have much time for hanging out in hot springs. Wait a minute.
Of course! The hot springs! The baths here are supposed to cure all ills. Maybe it would work on Idia too.
Are hot springs really that powerful?
It's worth a try. I'll go get a bucket of water.
Why haven't I thought about this? Using
Here it is.
an item that removes ghost
Idia must be
during
somewhere
that
around
specific
here.
fight.
Try splashing it around.
Okay, here it goes.
I'm sure the cutscene would still assume that she's still a ghost.
Oh, that is hot, hot, hot!
Look, She's
Maybe.
back.
Maybe. I'm making
It
assumptions
really
here. I don't know that
works.
for sure.
It's a little scary how powerful that stuff is. But it's
Oh, hey, there's a
protecting
sounds timer running.
You're
Yeah,
telling me.
there's a lot of sound commands
I thought I was gonna be stuck like that
that you
forever.
can run.
There's nothing a good bath can't solve. Indeed.
In fact, maybe I can add the,
Now that that mess is all cleaned up, I insist you stay the night and enjoy our hospitality.
You know, a bath would be good right now. What do you say, everyone?
So exclamation mark commands is how you get the list of it, and it's all the Firebot list of commands. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have a command that should be hidden on there? No, okay. There's hidden commands there too, but they're not listed for testing purposes. Commands that could break. But the rest of the commands that are actually listed there should work as intended. The only weird, awkward one is, I think the when command is the one that I wasn't able to transfer over. Because I need to look up Firebot's variable for countdown timer. Included in there is the sounds commands.
Ooh,
All of
that's
those
my ticket.
do have like a little currency
Tell
thing
me
that
about it.
accumulates sort of
Take a
like
look at
your
this. I've been working out.
sort of like your
20 push-ups
silver
and 20 sit-ups every night. What do you think? Am I looking
silver
more
points.
manly?
Yeah, silver points. Cat's
You sure
Coffee
are.
Chaos.
My routine is
Thank
50
you
each,
for
morning and night,
the
you know.
follow. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome on in. Sleepy Gills told me to come. Thank you, Sleepy Gills, for the referral.
I heard
And
all about
welcome
your
on in.
bravery from Lord Odima's
Good to
valet.
see you.
He tells me you saved our town.
I hope you've been having a
No,
awesome
we just
day
did what we
today
had
so
to do.
far.
That's not what I heard. I think you're being far too modest.
Well, it was a tough fight.
In any case, your dinner is ready. Please, enjoy it while it's still hot.
Right now, we are playing.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
We'll just dry
we
off
are
and be
reliving the footage of.
Idia! Idia, your clothes!
Oh, idiot! Jeez, slow down. But
Ooh,
yeah, right
that
now
was
we're
delicious.
going through the
No kidding.
playthrough footage of back when I had a 3DS capture card.
I'm completely
Of, Bravely Second.
stuffed. I'm so glad you liked it. It's always nice for a cook to know
Had a
her
good
efforts
day.
weren't in vain.
Very tired, ready to relax.
Wait, you made
This is a good
all
place for
this?
relaxing.
Oh yes.
We're chilling
As
and
the sole
reliving
employee
the
of this bathhouse, I'm
amazing
responsible
game
for
that is
everything.
Bravely Second.
Cleaning the baths, managing the front desk, preparing the meals, whatever needs to be done. Get out. That's amazing! You're like the Omega weapon of innkeepers!
What Idia said,
Why,
yes,
thank you.
Sakura is like the Omega weapon of
It's nothing,
innkeepers.
really.
Wait.
Will you be retiring for the
Idia
night
know
soon?
what the Omega weapon
Yeah,
is?
I'm pretty sleepy.
Lord Adima sent over a
Oh, jeez.
tremendous amount of yuzu, so I prepared yuzu baths for this evening. Perhaps you'd like to enter once more before turning in. Yuzu baths?
Yuzu.
Yuzu. It's a citrus fruit.
I
You bathe
love
with
how
whole fruits
I
floating
love
in
the
water.
spelling of that.
It will warm you to the bones, and it's wonderful
Like
for
Magnolia
your skin.
said it in the way that referred to Yu's name.
Well, I'd hate
Yuzu.
to miss the chance, so I think I'll try it out. I would too, but I'm really beat. I think I'll hit the hay.
Don't yawn,
Me
Tiz.
too.
It's too late for that.
I might have overdone it. I gotta lie down and digest.
All right, see you later then. Whew, this is the life.
Oh man.
The scent of yuzu is so
The
refreshing.
the easy part of the adventure.
I could do this every night. Hey, Magnolia, are you there?
Yes? What is it?
I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. You know, about the flower, the moon, its customs. I really have no idea.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
those
about
customs.
It was my fault for leaping to conclusions.
Tell you, that's
I
like
mean,
one big
of
thing
course
when
you
you
wouldn't propose
decide to
me
go
on our
across
very first meeting.
the oceans.
Although, I really was happy. I even considered saying yes. Right then and there.
Well, really? But why?
It's a secret. But it wasn't quite
Oh
love
boy.
at first sight, if that's what you're thinking.
A secret? But you'll tell me someday, right?
Peut-être. I'll think about it.
So yeah, in the English release of this,
Too bad we can't
French
stay like
is
this.
the other language that's
Yeah.
used.
The
In
Sky Wince is
Japan,
still out there,
English
That's
is
our
the
main
other
worry.
language she uses.
and we still need
I
to
thought
find an
that was a
ocean-worthy
pretty
ship.
cool little,
I wish we could do something for the people.
pretty cool
of
little
Hogsmeade,
factor.
too. We could bring the spring water to them, but it seems it's not as effective once it cools off.
And
Not
as
very
long as they're
effective.
in that gone to heaven ghost state, they are coming here. We can't take the hot springs to them, and we can't bring them to the hot springs. There must be a way.
You seem troubled, my young friends.
I know that voice. You're the man with the purple pen.
That's a curious name you've given me.
Oh.
Though I suppose it's better than stalker or ghost.
I've got another name for you if you want. Peeping Tom.
I assure you, I'd never dream of doing such a thing. My intentions are nothing if not noble. My only desire is to help. Opportunities are like bean sprouts. Use them while you can, or they'll be spoiled before you know it.
Well, that sounds great. But what are you talking about?
Your ship is right before your eyes. Now you need only use it.
What?
Oh.
I don't see any ship.
Lord Arima's intractable clog. I've taken the liberty of tracting it.
Oh.
Anchors away.
Okay. So he removed the
Whoa! What the?
body or whatever the heck was somehow with the pipes.
You? Magnolia? What the heck's going on?
Wasn't us. Honest.
What's with all the racket?
This entire
was having
this
such
entire
a good
place is a
sleep.
boat. A ship.
We were in
Wow.
the bath when the man with the purple pen showed up.
The man with the purple pen?
Yes, I heard him too. You mean he's here? In the bathhouse?
His voice was coming from upstairs. Let's check it out.
Yeah, make sure you wander close enough to that to see the inspect button. Otherwise, you might be a little lost for a bit.
Huh? What's a ship's wheel doing here? Don't tell me.
This is where it sounded like the man with the purple pen was.
Well, he's not here now. Where's he always off to so suddenly?
Bathing! She moves! Oh, how many years it has been!
Oh no, he's back. The Emperor of Puns is here. Oh boy.
Why, look at this room. I thought it was only for storing the linens.
Your lordship, Sakura.
To think there was a soul who could right her plumbing! Truly, my tub runneth over!
Your lordship, I beg of you, please lend us this vessel. We want to take its healing waters to Heartschild. If the water's still hot, we'll be able to cure the townspeople.
Not content to save our nation alone, you intend to scrub Heartschild free of its troubles as well?
He's still
It
doing
would
it.
ill
He's
behoove
still
me
doing
to
it.
throw a wet towel on your ambition. This vessel was the very rubber duck of Yunohana, but from this day forth, she belongs to you. After you have saved Hochschild, journey with her wherever you need to pull the plug on the Kaiser.
Thank you very Bath. We shalln't let you down.
You missed on that first one, but did it right
Time
on the
to bring
second
hot
one.
Springs to Hochschild.
This is a far cry from our old boat. Does anyone know how to pilot it? More or less.
Oh, someone's been studying.
Huh? Really? Oh, well. I'll figure it out.
Oh boy.
All right. I can do this.
You want to hear that from your
Way to go,
from your
idiot.
ship captain? I'll figure it out.
Set a course for Hochschild.
Aye, Captain. Bringing her about. Full steam ahead.
Oh jeez. Oh, here comes the random encounters. There's also ads starting soon, just to give you guys a heads up. And then, whoops. And then we head round and round and over to here.
My, so this is the coast of Heartschild.
That's right.
I think this is getting
Hey,
close to the
wait
end
a
of
minute.
Chapter 3.
You're still on board.
Or, sorry,
Of
Chapter 2.
course. Why wouldn't I be?
Things
It's
really
just
start to
that,
pick up Chapter 3.
We kind of get into a lot of dangerous situations.
Then all the more reason. I'll stay right here. On a perilous journey such as yours, you're bound to have aches and pains from time to time. When that happens, I'll be here to see you're as comfortable as possible. Does that mean you'll be cooking for us too?
Oh
But of
boy.
course, hot meals thrice daily. Now that's what I'm talking about!
Would I, with a mortal vessel, like to do like Heroes of Light stuff? I guess with the right training, maybe I'd get a proficiency like that. Once my brain
there's no one
figures out what the
inside
heck
either.
I'm actually doing.
Everybody went to heaven.
What's that sound?
It's coming from outside the city.
Get ready for
It's
some
getting closer.
strangely catchy music.
Sergeant Sapp, sir.
And
We're
these two.
almost at Heartschild, sir.
No thanks to this rat's a fracking machine. We should have been here days ago.
Don't be too hard on him, Sergeant Sapp, sir. He did his best to only overheat at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sir.
We could have been the ones to take the city, too. Oh, well, might as well mop up. Tear down the walls and level the place. And get a move on, or His Majesty will leave us behind.
Huh? Sergeant Sapp, sir. I think someone's coming this way, sir.
No matter. If they get in the way, just, level them too.
What is that? That's the Imperial insignia on it. What clunky, primitive technology.
The sector leader may call it ancient.
Cool.
I know, right? It's so rustic and rugged looking.
You two, quit gawking and get ready to fight. It's coming for us.
I'm sure this fight was meant to be like a bit of some sort, like, but yeah. As you saw during that less than 1 second there, this boss has a learnable ability. So yeah, keep that in mind. By now, you are able to acquire a job that allows you to learn monster techniques. Wait a minute. Yes. Wait. No? Wait a minute. Oh no, that's the really weird So that's a class that you don't have normally. This new game plus playthrough included Catmancer abilities, which caused the Catmancer to become available, even though you don't acquire it at this point. That's actually a Catmancer ability. I love the mist argument because it's basically effects trigger at the beginning of every turn. It is also a way to get past bosses that like to use Dispel on your party, because it triggers at the end of a turn, which means after the Dispel's been used, and the Dispel does not get rid of Mist. So you can always have some sort of buff for whatever the Mist effect is. Or, on the other hand, if you're feeling like punishing the enemy at the beginning of every turn, you can use something. You can use an offensive spell and Mist on the enemy, so that they get hit by that particular effect. Yeah, spellcrafting is a really cool ability in this game. I know this isn't the first game that's done it, but I like the way they executed it. I'm going to redeem myself a hydrate here, just because I would like to hydrate. I highly recommend that you guys hydrate too. Hydration is good.
Climb Mount Fragmentum 0002.
Sir, yes, sir! Increasing boiler temperature!
Don't lower it by mistake, Private, whatever you do. Got it? Huh? I mean it.
So, as they strongly hint, use something that lowers the temperature, such as a water attack or an ice attack. Unfortunately, I don't think Ice Mist actually does it. You have to actually, like... I think my brain was, like, buffering here. I don't know. Sometimes the battle menu is a little slow for me. But yeah, basically smack it with an ice attack. You may have to do it more than once.
Oh. Right, I still gotta put someone in the squad.
Squad time!
Boiler temperature at 50%, sir! I can't hold them together, sir!
Oh, jeez. Glory to the Empire!
I mean, you know, you can also do this. Oh yeah, that happens if the boiler temperature's up.
Preposterous! The pride of our army, our next generation super weapon, humbled by 4 mere gutter snipes!
Sergeant Sapp, sir, a message from HQ. It went... Don't worry, I decoded it. Sky fold, diam, and T sails, fro, next ob, ject ive, at dawn. Or something like that, sir.
Diamante.
Faced or be abandoned. I
That's what
don't
the
wanna be
Skyhold's called?
or done, sir. Furthermore, do not let unit fallen to any my F hands.
My F hands.
Hands what? Talk about a cliffhanger, sir. Oh wait, there's also something about a coward Meridial and a firing squid.
Ooh, then we got no choice. Pull the self-destruct lever!
But sir,
Just do it! We can't let the weapon fall into enemy hands!
I can't do it, sir. The lever's broke clean off, sir.
Why, I'll break your... Fine. We'll drive the blasted thing back.
These two have some
Face.
excellent voice
Wouldn't it be
acted too.
faster
Like I
if
said,
we walked?
flawless
And what
voice
about my
acting.
face, sir?
Just shut up!
Look at that thing clanking and clunking away. What a rust bucket. It's so cool.
Maybe change some colors.
I wish I had one.
Anyway, now that that's over, what do we do about Heart's child?
We'll need to douse every inch of the city. But how can we do that without the water getting cold?
Yeah, that was just a fun
we could
little
spray
bit
the whole
there.
town at once with a great big shower.
Yeah, good idea. Let's do that. Idia, you get the giant shower and we'll wait here.
Murder. Why, you little...
I couldn't even tell if you was being
No,
sarcastic
it
there
is a good
or.
idea. There's a fountain in the middle of town. If we just connect that to the bathhouse...
Nice thinking,
Sir?
Don't jinx
All
me.
right, are any of you plumbers?
Anyway,
we're
the
gonna
pipe leading to the fountain should
we're
be
gonna
right over there.
we're gonna need a Mario
Great.
for this.
Let's get to work.
Okay, that should do it.
All right, open the valve and start pumping.
Wait, they're plumbers? No, it was definitely Mario.
Hello!
It was definitely Mario.
But it's so warm. I can see everyone. And look, I can move again.
Wow, that fountain is
Worked.
operating at
Let's get
very
back
high
to
pressure.
normal. We brought the heart back to Heart's child. Good job, everyone.
I'm in your debt again. Thanks to you, I'm feeling as good as ever.
We're happy to see you back on your feet, sir.
But now, he must return to the battlefield. Of course, I'm grateful that he's well again. It's just, a part of me can't help feeling sad as well.
I'm sorry, Eleanor, but I promise I shall return to you unharmed.
Oh, my love. Woo-hoo-hoo, getting awful steamy in here. And I ain't just talking about the hot spring.
Agrees. Anyways.
I've never seen two people who care for each other so deeply. And yet, despite that deep love, their lives force them apart.
I know this life
He
thing,
must
right?
protect the
This
nation,
this
and
life
she
thing,
must
you know?
protect their home for when he returns. Their love is suffocated and crushed under the heavy weight of duty. Duty. Such a simple word. Yet it has the power to keep two loving
Duty.
souls apart. In the end, what does such a marriage mean? What is it all for?
Wow. What's gotten into Magnolia?
She seemed really affected by that conversation with the Goodmans.
Maybe being married means even more on the moon than it does down here on Luxembourg.
Still, I know how she feels. What I wouldn't give to experience true love like the Goodmans someday.
Does this mean you're about to launch into a monologue too?
What?
Unacceptable.
All right, everyone. Ready to go?
Let's do it. To the Temple of Water.
Maybe that should be the next little voice clip I grab. Is India saying unacceptable? It just sounds so fitting for like somewhere in the future. Maybe the near future. Why did you jump on that spiky Goomba? That decision was unacceptable.
Look, the Skyhold is on the move again.
Future meme.
It's headed for the Temple of Water.
Yes.
There's no time to lose. Let's give chase in the...
Future.
Idiot, take the helm.
Hold on.
That's the next one I need to
We have
get.
to call it something, right?
The man
That
with
one
the
too.
purple pen, the rub-a-dub. Where do you come up with these names? I can't decide if they're strange, or silly, or just way too obvious.
Oh, you don't like
A
it?
little bit of the three?
Well, I had other
don't know.
ideas. The Leisure Liner Bathtastic, Sauna Sloopy, the HMS Hot Spa.
Let's just stick with Rub-a-Dub.
Rub-a-dub it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, wait, how about the Battleship Bubble Bath?
No.
Rub-a-dub moving out.
Hard disagree from Magnolia. One of my favorite little memes is... Uh-oh, Skidoo. Lyrebirds say the funniest things sometimes. I don't even know if anyone actually said Skidoo to that lyrebird. I think that lyrebird was word crafting. That specific lyrebird from Adelaide in Australia.
Look, it's the Skyhold.
There's no doubt about it. It's heading for the Temple of Water.
Whoa! Whoa!
What just happened? The Skyhold. It's on fire.
That's what happened.
Someone's attacking the Skyhold. But if not us, who?
Well,
Memory,
what the heck?
the cruelest and most beautiful of gifts. We look back at the days gone by, and only too late see them for what they were. The more we come to learn, the greater our regrets. Our sorrows grow. You may learn truths you wish you had never known, but stay proud.
Truths that you don't want to
What
learn.
believed in yesterday has not lost meaning.
Like
because
when
of what you
Krista
learn
takes her
today.
baths. Well,
Someday you will see for yourself, when you look back upon your life, that each day served a purpose in shaping you into the person you were meant to be.
true to life too. True to life. I'm going to speak over this music because last time it played, it got copyright claimed when I uploaded it to YouTube, so I'm just going to speak through it so that we don't have to go through that again. So that was Bravely Second Chapter 2, and, well, yeah, you know, set in the cluster of puns, and it was much worse when you did the side quests as well. That, setting those aside, I mean, overall, still pretty good. The story really picks up as you move towards Chapter 3. Chapter 3, the story definitely picks up. Chapter 4, the story gets really, really good as things begin to tie together. And towards the end, I mean, the story just goes insane. There's a few climaxes to look forward to. So, yeah. And hold on. Oh, there's still more after this, so, yeah, stand by for now, everyone. We'll have more of this continuing. I'm just trying to speak through all this music to avoid the copyright claim. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hey, let's randomly talk about weather. Let's pop up a weather fact here. I'm gonna go weather fact, and let's see what we get. We get weather fact number 2, convective available potential energy, also known as CAPE. It's sometimes called ML CAPE as well, is the amount of atmospheric energy available. It has influence on how fast the pockets of warm air rise, and this is one of the main factors that contribute towards a thunderstorm. It's one of the main values that I look at when it comes to thunderstorm probability. Ink cat in the United States is measured in joules per kilogram. Chapter 3. Up, up, and away. Values I'm looking for that encourage thunderstorms. Somewhere
The
between
skyhound's really burning. It's headed for the other side of
500
the
to
mountains.
800 joules a
Looks
kilogram.
like it took some real damage.
Agnes, are you all right?
Huh? Oh, yes, I am fine. There was a jolt just now, but... Oh, drat! She seems fine. What's wrong? That jolt scattered my knitting supplies all about the room. I simply can't
Oh,
find
she's
my red
knitted.
yarn anywhere. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Was there something you needed?
Someone attacked the skyhold.
Attacked? But who?
We're not sure. Can you tell us how things are there?
I see considerable smoke, and everyone is racing about outside. It seems there are quite a few wounded as well. Oh, I do hope everyone is okay.
Got it. Given the situation, there's no telling what'll happen next. Take care of yourself. And Agnes, I can see your red yarn under this suit of armor behind you. The one on your right?
Wait,
Oh,
can we see it?
Thank you so much.
I can't. I can't see it.
Well, at least we know she's doing fine. Almost more than fine from the sound of it.
But what was that light? Who could be attacking the skyhold?
I'll talk more about Kate once we
Transmission from Flat Loon. Appleberry, what's going on?
I was hoping you could tell me, Magnolia.
once we're done the cutscene
We
here.
picked up a massive SP reading from Luxembourg just now.
SP? From Luxembourg?
The numbers were completely off the charts. You don't know anything about it?
We saw a huge beam of light just now. Could that be?
A beam of light, you say? We'll need to know more. Investigate it, Bowlbuster.
Roger that. I'll notify you once I've learned more.
Magnolia, what's going on? SP readings?
You remember the energy stored in my hourglass, right? That's SP. The instruments on the moon detected an SP
Oh,
energy
boy.
signature. A big one.
Meaning there's someone in Luxembourg other than us who can control SP?
It would appear so. But my hourglass is a guarded treasure of the moon. There shouldn't be anything like it here. It doesn't have any connection to SP that I know of, but why don't we ask around Florum? It's not far from here.
Good idea. Maybe someone there will know something.
All right,
An
so
attack?
oh wait.
Impossible!
I must deny that claim. There is nothing impossible in this world.
Aren't we carefree? Well, I'll tell you what else is possible if they hit us again. We'll go down in flames.
Did the blast rouse our little scamp from slumber?
Wouldn't that be peachy? I'll reinforce the seal before we find ourselves in an even stickier situation.
And then
What a bother.
you.
I suppose we'll have to hide out in the mountains for a while.
Hiding will bring us no closer to our objective. We must unmask the villain who attacked us.
Your Majesty, we're quite near to Florum, land of radiant flowers. As a stronghold of crystalism, I consider it suspect. If your loyal lieutenant might beg a boon, please entrust the task of investigating it to me.
Indeed, but your request is denied.
Your Majesty!
There is another better suited to the task.
Another? You cannot mean to unleash Geist. I would not question
Geist.
your Majesty, but
Poltergeist?
is he not too unpredictable? His methods are inhumane. The threat to innocent bystanders.
That's your
It
ability.
is his inhumane talents that will find the one responsible for this. Now is exactly the time to use him. Anna, let Geist take his pick of soldiers and dispatch him to Florum at once.
With pleasure, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, are you sure this is wise? Knowingly putting innocents in harm's way? Sire, I must repeat myself for good measure.
Your objections are duly noted, Nikolai. I bear full responsibility for any evil. Furthermore, if I sent you to Florum, who would tend to our wounded here? The consummation of our struggle is at hand.
Knowingly harming innocent individuals. Very lucky the sector leader's not down there. He can't stand that kind of stuff. Now that we're doing a little bit of wondering, there's going to be a cutscene in 10 seconds, probably. I can talk a little bit more about Cape. So, 500, 800 values with the correct ingredients can equate to a thunderstorm. Or purposely turn on the encounter rate to get some beastry entries, I think. But if you're going into the thousands or the 2000s and beyond and all that, that's when you start looking at potential for severe thunderstorms. Again, given the correct ingredients are around.
I've always wanted to visit Florum. It truly is as radiant as they say.
A beautiful land of flowers where only women can live. Nourished by the pristine waters of the water crystal. Cité de fleurs. I've never seen a city bloom so beautifully. Oh, when was the last time everyone was this stirred up?
Oh, God.
A settlement where only
Don't
women can
forget
live.
Now. Come on, let's get back to staging.
I mean, this stuff has been done before. After all, we've got Gerudo Town. That's probably one of the longest living ones I can think of.
You don't think... Let's go find out.
On a skyhold. Skyhole. No, not skyhole, skyhold! A hole in the sky? No, a skyhold. How does one hold on to a sky? Ah, never mind.
Yeah, how far can you go?
By the way, benediction and resurrect.
And or how far can you attack?
Also, elemental mirror. There's some really good spells here. So, if you have the pig, go grab them. Go grab them as soon as you get here, because those are some pretty good ones.
Up to 5. Okay,
Also, Staff of Life, even though you probably have spells that are better than what spell that staff contains.
that's good. She could hit the shroom if I set that up too early.
Also, there's a new glamour fable here. It is very expensive. 100,000 pig.
Could she? Okay, she should not be able to hit the shroom from there.
Alright, so yeah, we got a bunch of fun menuing going on here. We got, staring at the sugar loaf, wondering if it's actually literally a loaf of sugar. I wonder.
That printy gives me an idea, though.
Oh man, printies and ideas. That sounds like a formula for explosions.
Well, I got one enemy unit that's gonna revive herself upon death.
Oh boy.
And a Prinny that's not too far from her.
Oh jeez. All right. Trying to remember if I don't think weapons. No, wait, maybe they do have a description. Man, that's a lot of menuing.
Could line. I'll put you there.
All right, so barrage. Yeah. Subsequent actions multiplied by factor 1.1. Hey, that sounds like something that happens in Disgaea with multiple actions lined up.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, if I put a... Okay. Step 1.
Enjoy the menuing, you guys. I hope you guys are having... I hope you guys' evenings continue to go fine, or your mornings, or your afternoons, or your time zones. Oh, there we go. There's the Catman's ability. Chapter 3? I think Chapter 3 is when you actually get the Catmancer. Also, yeah, you probably saw that for a little bit. That's from a class you haven't unlocked yet. That particular class actually has an exploit. Involving another ability that you get later in this chapter. Okay. But I think we'll come to that next part or 2 parts from now.
And throw the Prinny right there.
Ooh. Here we go to the
The
stage.
festival is almost upon us.
Festival.
Remember, many
Wait.
hands make light work. We're on it.
Many hands.
So since you
That's
led
right.
yourself upon
The Sacred
death,
Flower
Master
Festival is
Hand.
does
around
that
this
mean
time
it
of
was
year.
twice the experience?
Sacred flower. You mean there's gonna be another festival?
One way to find out.
Yep. Every year, Florum holds a pageant to recognize the most beautiful girl in the nation. All the girls who think they deserve that title enter.
You're
but
Bravely
only one can
Default.
win.
I think
First,
you'll
Goldfish is
you'll
the big
realize
now
this.
beauty contest. Life in Luxembourg is so exciting.
Idiot, don't give Magnolia the wrong idea.
I think we'll put
The
this
Sacred
in
Flower
here.
Festival is a religious tradition. The
And
people of
set that.
Florum choose a pure maiden to pray for good harvest that year. Though at some point, looks did seem to become the deciding factor.
If I might interrupt, you're wrong about that. It's true that things did get a bit superficial, but everything changed 2 years ago. Now we're really looking for inner beauty.
And that's not all. It may once have been a competition for girls, but we're even letting men compete this year.
Oh.
In addition to choosing a flower maiden, this festival will have a bloom groom too.
Oh.
A bloom groom? So that explains it. I thought there were a lot more men around than usual.
You hear that, you? Boys can enter too. Have at it.
Me? No, thank you. I'm no good at being in the spotlight.
I think it's a fantastic idea, you. You're sure to win.
I wouldn't stand a
Wait, I
chance.
changed
Tiz,
Magnolia's
on the other hand,
class at some point.
he has the
I wasn't paying
qualities
attention to
that
them.
want.
I
Plus
wasn't paying
rugged
attention
looks
to the
boot.
menuing.
He'd be a shoo-in. Come on, you.
Usually I
Now you're
try to
making
do
me
the New Game
blush.
Plus stuff
Besides, you won't catch me up there in some
so that I
skimpy
don't have to
outfit.
do as much menuing,
What
but
about a skimpy outfit?
Well, when it was a contest for girls, most of them wore outfits that showed off their
Oh, you don't have that skill yet.
physical assets.
yes, okay, yeah, lots of, that, and, that,
Definitely should sit this
yes,
one out.
okay.
Don't write yourself off so quickly. The competition is open to all who are interested. No pre-registration required.
At any rate, I guess the people here didn't have anything to do with the attack on the Skyhold.
Let's at least check with the matriarch. She's in charge here, so if anyone knows what's going on, it'll be her. Her residence should be just over there. Lady Matriarch.
There
it's
we
a
go.
pleasure to see you again.
Master Tiz and Miss Idia, welcome back to Florum. How might I be of assistance to you today?
We were wondering if you had any idea who attacked that flying fortress.
I fear I do not. Many saw that light arcing through the heavens, but we have no idea where it came from.
Darn. I guess we ought to fill you in on the situation while we're here.
Well,
That
we
flying
don't really
fortress
know
is called
who's,
the Skyhold, and it's under the control of this Kaiser Yahoo,
who's
who
conducted
also
that,
kidnapped
then?
Agnes. And now it looks like his next target is the water crystal.
A troubling turn of events indeed.
Indeed.
We must take swift action. We shall invoke a shield around the crystal at once. Sylvie, come here, child. This is our Vestaling, Sylvie. Once her shield protects the crystal, it will be beyond the reach of any human hand.
Okay.
In that case, Sylvie, how would you like
Wait,
to come
just
along to
human
the Temple
hand?
of Water with us?
What about the demons? What about the monsters? Oh boy. It's already... Okay. Crystal's okay, right? They haven't been here
So
yet?
this is the water crystal.
Looks normal.
And this is how it's supposed to be glowing?
Alright.
Probably. I don't get a stinging sensation from this light.
Sylvie, can we ask you to shield the crystal?
Whoa. Even I feel reinforced. Way to go.
Now we can breathe easier. Thank you for helping us, Sylvie.
Yeah, thanks, Sylvie. Now, why don't we get you back to the matriarch?
Sylvia is very shy.
Oh.
It doesn't really say much. Very shy. I love it. The timer is so low right now that you could only add that I was only able to add one person to that. So these timers have a minimum value of 1 minute. You can't set them any lower than that. Also, when it's on its last minute, you cannot modify how many people are working on it. Surely you can wait 1 minute, right? Back to Florm we go. Alright, time to bring Shy Sylvie back.
Back with us. Oh. You must have been nervous. Thank you, Sylvie. You did very well.
Sylvie was great. The water crystal
Very
is safe and
shy.
sound thanks
Super
to her.
shy.
Comforting news indeed. We can all feel secure now. Tonight is the very evening of our annual Sacred Flower Festival. If you are able, won't you join us for the festivities?
Marie, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
It'll be good to relax just a bit. Let's see what all the excitement is about.
Oh, if you guys really... So what have we learned about the dynamics of this entire stream? It's, if I know something's going to be copyright written, I speak a lot all of a sudden.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Right now,
it's the moment you
we got
have
cutscenes.
been waiting for. Let the 48th Sacred Flower Festival begin. And now, I'm proud to introduce the contenders for this year's Flower Maiden and Bloom Groom. Let's give them all a big round of applause.
I don't have a audience clap-in clip here, but I've got some things to consider when it comes to adding more sound clips.
I wouldn't have stood a chance.
I have this.
It doesn't change the fact that
Yes!
the contestants are all real lookers.
If that counts as just clapping.
Oh, and after I went through all the trouble of finding this revealing outfit.
Oh, whoa, no. No.
That outfit is exactly why I refused. Look, it's about to start.
How does one compete for inner beauty anyway?
I guess
It's like
they'll
totally
each go up on
like-
stage and
Yep.
try to express their best qualities.
Boasting about what a good person you are sounds kind of counterproductive.
It is.
And now, it's time for our contestants to tell us all.
Like, I like to give myself a bit of credit when due,
Wonderful. First up, we have entry number 1.
but you don't have to go boasting.
Are you?
Well, I'm not just like totally hot. I also do like volunteer work and stuff. And I totally like love animals.
Did you just hear a scream?
Oh, that's not part of the
I
festival.
did. It sounded like it came from the city gates.
And it didn't sound good. We should check it out.
Wonder if it's a Geist person. Oh no, it's these dudes.
Spit it out, woman. Who attacked the Skyhold?
I don't know.
Confess, or suffer the consequences.
Ah, somebody help!
Leave her alone!
Hmm? Wait,
It's
You're,
you, Jimmy Olja. In that case, kill them all!
They're funny. But I think this is the first encounter with the with this grade of guards. They're not that difficult, even with your first playthrough. In fact, you may even be able to one-turn them if you have your team optimized by now. At this point.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't worry, just doing our job.
But it looks like we're not done yet.
Leave me alone! Help! Somebody help!
Blast it! They're all over the city!
This could get ugly real quick. We gotta alert everyone. I'll head to the stage. You guys hold things together here.
Roger that. We'll meet up when we're done here. Idiot, be careful.
And last but not least...
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you have to three-party fight.
Entry number 8, Alphonse. How great are you?
When it comes to inner beauty, none can compare to yours truly. Behold, even with my stunningly good looks, I do not have a conceited bone in my body. I treat even the riffraff of society with dignity, and am the epitome of gentlemanly largesse.
You listening to this guy?
This year's contestants are fine in the looks department. But when it comes to inner
I guess
beauty...
you don't have to use the skill from
Shoot,
there.
just as I thought. No one's noticed the city is under attack.
Clear. Within that orc's attack range.
Do we have a last-minute entry here?
My lovely lass, while I appreciate your gumption, I'm afraid it is still my turn to...
I ain't here to compete. Move it! Everyone, listen up! The Empire's attacking the city! Get to safety at once!
What?
Safety?
Oh, this...
There will be no safety, ideally.
Who's that? Another of the Kaiser's minions?
I am Geist. Geist the Bloody.
Oh, yes, you're
will ask.
definitely an asterisk holder.
The Skyhold. Who led the attack?
These people don't know anything!
Preposterous. But have it your way. Perhaps their corpses will be more talkative.
Stare. Instead of running away. Stare. No.
You
No.
monster!
You run away.
Oh, did I kill them?
I'll be taking that blue
Do
shell,
forgive
if you don't
me.
mind.
Undo.
Okay.
I've got a new redeem in my head involving a blue shell. I've talked about blue shells a few
Wasn't I
times.
just cut down to size?
No,
My
your height
word.
is the same.
It's gone.
my power. The power to make anything that happens unhappen.
So you saved us?
Saved you? Oh, yes. I'll save you over and over, that I might be hurting you all the
If you can
more.
take it, it's yours.
I cut you down and bring you back, and cut you down and bring you back, over and over and over again. Your wounds may disappear, but the horror
This guy
and
has
pain
This guy
will
has issues,
remain.
alright. This guy has issues.
If you talk, perhaps, I will show you mercy. We do hope that someone here knows who attacked us. For if not, I will make it as if every last one of you never happened.
No, please. I'm too handsome to die.
I think not. Block all the roads. No one leaves the city until we have answers.
Yes, sir.
Like little rats in a trap, you will not be escaping my realm of torture.
You sadistic freak! The people of Florum had nothing to do with the attack! Take this!
Oh, the girl has some bite, but it means nothing. Undo.
Every Astro Scroller has her own power, and
Do your
yeah.
worst. Every blow will be undone.
This job was fascinating. Also, this job is incredibly overpowered at the end of the game.
Escape. Your friends are busy playing with my soldiers. No one will come to help you. You can only sit and
That's a
submit
legendary
to
orb
my
on a heavy knight.
inquisition. Just like the good people of Florum.
So, sounds like a stealable item that should
They
be
really
stolen.
don't know anything. Can't you just leave them alone?
As you wish. Then we shall begin with you. Perhaps I will lop off your ears first, and next your fingers. Then your limbs, one by one. But I'll leave you your eyes and your tongue. It would be a shame if you could not look on your body in pieces and cry your secrets to me with your dying breaths.
Yep, this guy has problems. This guy has big time problems.
Oh, hold on, not only is it legendary, but it also resistance to all water, wind, and fire.
Oh, Alternus is back.
You are.
Alternus! What are you doing here?
Whenever you are in peril, there I will be. I will
Okay.
protect Idia against any
Can
foe.
I set it up?
You are in my way. Time that you disappear.
Alternus, are you alright?
That'll be
Never better.
1, 2,
Slay a strike.
5.
The more pain I suffer, the more powerful I become.
Yeah, so remember how I was calling bullshit at the very beginning of the game? Minus Strike does set damage, regardless of defense, based on how much damage the user has taken. So Minus Strike doing 0 damage is bullshit, unless the user has taken no damage.
We may be made to clash, you and I. Your proposition amuses me.
And yeah,
But
these
I have
two's
had enough of you,
abilities
Spencer,
counteract each
today.
other quite nicely.
We'll meet again. I suggest you say farewell to your loved ones before we do.
Thank you, Alternus. You saved me again.
And that is all that matters to me, Idia.
Okay.
I would
That,
come running from the
I
farthest
should
corner
be
of
able.
Luxembourg if only you called my name.
Alternus.
Snatch the dark orb.
A power couple! The girl who risked her
Well,
own
they
life
now
to save our city.
consider them entered.
Rescue.
Why, they're our saviors!
I can just take the orb
Better to be our
and
Oh, jeez.
groom.
dash.
No doubt about the inner beauty of these two selfless souls. What? Wait, you got it all wrong.
A power couple, they say? Without further ado, let us resume the festivities. Our final contenders are these two last-minute entrants, Idia and Alternus.
Yep, consider yourselves entered.
All of you who think they deserve to be this year's Flower Maiden and Bloom Groom. What a reception! Looks like we have a runaway winner. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your Flower Maiden and Bloom Groom.
Krista has found the next pair to bring together.
Let's give them another
Or maybe she did some time ago.
Wouldn't you all like to know a little more about our new winners? I know I would. Tell us, how does it feel to be voted the finest couple in Floral? None too bad. It seems that even with my helmet donned, I cannot hide my manly charms.
Cool your jets there, Buckethead.
Yes, well, this year's contest does place an emphasis on inner beauty over mere good looks. And the beauty within you two has clearly charmed our audience today. I have every confidence that Idia would have been chosen even if the contest was still one of looks alone.
Ah, can it, Alternus?
Whoa, what's going on here?
Just two runaway winners.
Sir Alternus, what are you doing here?
You guys, can you believe this? They chose us to be their flower couple or whatever. Us! Raymond? How wonderful!
Oh, might you be friends of the Flower Maiden and her Bloom Groom? We'd love to hear your impressions as well.
I'm not quite sure what's going on, but good job, Idia.
Yeah, way to go, you two.
C'est incroyable! Félicitations!
Sit on a cryo, the fellow she stashed one.
She stashed one.
Might follow.
She stashed what?
You're just magnifique! Truly a couple
Easy
for the
toast.
ages.
Stuffed one what?
Bien dit incroyable. Who is this girl? And why does she speak our tongue?
Oh. Well then. Well, we are approaching the end of this, and, oh wow, the timing couldn't be any better. This is typically when I end the stream. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look around for someone to raid out to. Oh my goodness, I see somebody I'm following streaming a game that I freaking love. So, I think we're going to... that makes this really easy. So, I'm going to raid you guys out to Hockey, because Hockey is playing Xenoblade Chronicles 3, if I'm not mistaken. Partway into the DLC of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So, if you want to know where's the clip? If you want to know where
Nice.
came from, you may find out over there. So just stick around for the raid. It's once again, it is not showing the person I want to raid in the list. Thank you very much. So I'm just going to make sure the stream's not. It's definitely not concluding. No, definitely not. It's definitely mid-action. I'm gonna send you guys on over. Enjoy the pumpkin animation. I made it last year. It's a fun pumpkin animation. Let's get it started. Thank you guys for joining on in. And has follower or subscribe. Yeah, I think it's follower only because, yeah. So, I'm going to send you guys over to Itaki, who is streaming Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC, is partway through it. And I believe has all the party members involved in that one. So, give them my hellos. And also, before I forget, these are raid messages. We've got the first one for anyone subscribed, and we got the second one for anyone who's not subscribed. And yeah, head on over there, give Hockey my regards. I'm probably going to be raiding and running because we are at 10, and I typically go to bed at 10, so mountain time. My next stream is going to be on Tuesday, and we're going to be continuing Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. We're going to be doing, we're going to be finishing off Chapter 2. Next week, on Thursday, we're going to be continuing Bravely Second, and next week, we start the Saturday streams. We're going to be opening up with some Mario Kart 8 all-base courses in a row. So, have an awesome night, you guys. Thank you for joining, and enjoy your time over there. We will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining.